coming back to the the palatability.
Yep.
Things like sugar-free maple syrup. I remember I used to do jelly crystals in Chobani.
Yeah.
Trying to chase taste sensation during a diet phase. Thoughts?
I think you can take it too far.
Yeah.
I think there's a period where like this just ticks the boxes enough so I feel okay. I think some people can definitely do that. I can't remember what I ate and I was just like, this was good enough. I think I ate like a diet, one of those like Fropo pizzas.
Yeah.
And I just put a bit of like that fountain, like low as calorie barbecue sauce on the top. Mm-hmm. So I had that and I was like, this was good. Like this is it. I don't need to do anything else.
Yeah.
But then there's, your people that put everything like, your fake chocolate, your fake caramel, your maple syrup, and you're having 2, 3, 4 servings of that a day. Then you're drinking your Diet Coke and your Diet lemonade. I think it's just like you're chasing flavor and that's fucking with your food reward system in your mind. And then like when the actual thing comes, I would say you're going to struggle willpower wise to say no.
Yeah.
So I think that there's like a healthy amount. And I think diet soda and those things are there for that. But I don't think every meal should be made in a way that you just like, it has to be this like flavor bomb.
That's enjoyable.
Yeah. If I look at like the most successful people I've worked with who've gotten the leanest ever, because that's the best reference point, right?
Yeah.
There's like a little bit, but then they just like, they just eat the food.
I think you want all your meals to be neutral.
Correct.
Well, maybe not all, but most.
You need, I think you just like want an itch scratched once.
Yeah.
Like every now and then. You don't need to, not every meal doesn't need to be like a flavor party. Like I think the quicker you accept that the meals are just the meals and you just eat them and like you can season them and salt them and all that stuff to taste okay. Like granted, it's not going to taste ever as good as...
And okay that's the thing, right? It's neutral.
Good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
good
not
enough.
gross.
It doesn't have to like swim in marinade and sauce.
Yeah.
It's just that it has to, be palatable enough so you eat it again.
Yeah. Yeah. So I have noticed with this high and low thing, the low weeks I pull that palatability out really quick.
Yeah.
And it's within a day, I'm like, okay, this is where I'm at.
Yeah.
Even the cream of rice. So low weeks I have, it's like 20 grams and I have a little bit of peanut butter and some, obviously, chocolate.
Yeah.
Whey and then have some peaches on top. Very high week, it goes to 40 grams. It's lots of peanut butter and some Nutella and whatever. And last week I was like, fuck, I'm pushing to get this down.
Yeah.
Then I added some sugar-free maple syrup just to be like, okay, now it tastes good. I can put it in. But if I was doing them, I think I did the maple syrup once on the small meal and I fucking just Labradored it. Yeah. And I was like, where's more? And I was like,
that's bad.
I can't do that.
It's a bad idea.
So soft drinks don't do that to me. I can drink that, take that, leave that, whatever. It doesn't really...
I'm the opposite.
Doesn't send me searching for food.
I could drink 3 cans of soft drink a day, no problems.
Yeah. But I can do that, but it doesn't affect my mentality towards food.
Yeah, sure. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I open a can and I'll like drink it as fast as I can.
100%. Yeah.
But I don't then after that go... Where's the...
Now I need some fucking Fruit Loops.
Correct. Yeah. And I think that's where the line needs to be drawn is...
What foods do that to you?
Yeah, and then just take them out. And that's what I put in the guides. Like, everyone knows what their trigger foods are. And sometimes there can be like diet trigger foods that lead to, bad behaviors and like eating behaviors. You just need to know what they are. And I don't really think that abundance thing works where you put things in the house and whatever. I'm like, fucking don't put it in the fucking house.
Yeah.
Don't have it there.
Yeah.
You're just like...
No Haagen-Dazs salted caramel in my freezer.
Create so much friction that, getting the thing, like, sometimes I'll put shit at, like, the top of the pantry, and I'm like, have to get a stool, and by the time I'm like, fuck you doing? Like, you shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Like,
look at the effort you're going through.
Yeah, it's like, it's there because you shouldn't do this. Like, don't do it, bro. Don't get the stool and don't grab it. It's like, you got to be fucking...
It's enough.
Yeah, in a bad way to want that. Go to that effort. So it's just all those little things put together. And it's literally the thought processes that we apply and implement very successful. So everything in there is exactly what you need.
Yeah. I really like the idea of the managing the rate of loss thing too.
Yeah.
Like just accepting the hard
Yeah.
is either time or suffering.
Yeah.
Choose.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's the reality of it.
Yeah.
It's either it's not as hard and you can do it for longer.
Yeah.
Or it's intense and you suffer for a bit. And
which not everyone can do the intense thing.
No.
I think the problem with
most people think they want it, they can, and because the results will be faster.
Yeah.
But then they just end up like this perpetual cycle of failing.
Yeah, and also yes. And also the fitness industry has created this environment to never do it.
Yeah,
that pisses me off too.
I started pushing back a couple of years ago, as you know, because I was just like, no, because we fucking do it all the time. I do it all the time.
Yeah.
It works. It's just that there needs to be life after the extreme application of a calorie deficit. Like,
and I think more often than not, when it fails, is it's not part of a longer vision.
Yeah, it's not acutely put in to understand that that's not, because most people follow diets and think that that's the lifestyle.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's a tool and a way to live to just drive an outcome. And then after that, understanding there's a period where you try and maintain the work that you've done.
Yeah.
And then you got a time after that to choose whatever you want to do. But everyone thinks that they're just eating, you know, chicken and lettuce and whatever it is that they put in their food that's low calorie. And they're like, oh, I have to do this forever.
Yeah.
Absolutely don't have to do that forever.
And I think the people that come for the 8 and 12 week challenges, the challenge, which is essentially those challenges are designed to be an aggressive approach to create a before and after.
Of course.
Which actually there's no issue with.
No.
What happens is there's no prior habit formation.
Yeah.
And then no plan on the other side.
Yep.
So you go from eating like an arsehole to doing the 8-week challenge to then eating like an arsehole, and then you blame the 8-week challenge for the results being unsustainable.
Yeah.
If you're tracking macros and the way we do things with our clients, I would prefer to do an 8 to 12 week cut as often as possible than a 26 week one.
Yeah.
Because you can make more progress with your training.
Absolutely.
So if we set it up so you can do a 4-week habit formation phase, then we're going to go into a 8-week challenge / an aggressive diet phase for 8 weeks. Yeah. And then after that, maybe we need a 2 to 4 week break.
4 week break, yeah.
And if you need to lose more weight than that, we can go again. Or we're happy there and we look at building muscle or performance or whatever.
Yeah.
And the client knows that from the start. So it's like, this is a phase of a behavior.
Yeah.
The overarching behavior is managing my energy balance and my macronutrients and training my lifestyle.
Yeah.
Right now, that just is less with carbohydrates.
Yeah.
And then next week, it's more carbohydrates. And that's all that changes. So it's not the actual aggressive approach to the process.
Yeah.
It's the either end. That's
they're just pushing someone to follow something that doesn't have the habits to sustain it.
Yeah.
So they can only push it for so long, and then they just go back to old habits.
Yeah.
And lose it.
Yeah. And then as an industry, we've blamed aggressive cutting strategies.
It's bad coaching.
Yeah, correct.
Bad system.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But you don't have to have that here. You get the guide. It's got everything in it for you.
STCfit.com.
Absolutely. On the website, get your copy. Got a nice little very short and very frequent email series for a little bit, just on some constant reminders to, use the guide and get the most out of it. Yeah. They're just short, 2 minutes reading tops, and it just goes out for a sequence of time after it just to get you guys in that guide and start using it.
You're welcome.
Yeah, absolutely.